If you've been betrayed, you're probably asking yourself this question: how did I not see this? And that question will mess with your mind more than the betrayal itself. Because now it's not just I don't trust them, it becomes I don't trust myself. You start questioning your judgment, your reality, everything you thought was real. You're afraid if you forgive, it will happen again. And at the same time, you don't even want to tell anyone because part of you feels ashamed of what happened and even more ashamed of what you might choose next. Most people think the hardest part of infidelity is what happened. It's really not. The hardest part it was what it does to you. Why do you feel replaceable? At first, it hits your sense of worth. You start comparing. Were they more attractive, more exciting, more enough than me? Even if you were confident before something shifts, you don't feel solid anymore. You feel like you could be replaced. Like everything you thought you were wasn't enough. And if you stop there, it would already be painful enough, but it doesn't. Why doesn't anything feel real anymore? Then it spreads into your sense of reality. Moments that felt real now feel suspicious. Memories you trusted don't feel the same anymore. You replay everything: a dinner, a conversation, a moment you thought you felt close. And you think, was that even real? Or was I the only one experiencing it that way? Did they ever really love me? Or did I just believe they did? And this is where people start to feel like they're losing themselves. Why don't you trust yourself? But the deepest shift isn't even about them, it's about you. You keep coming back to one question: how did I not see this? And from that comes something even heavier: can I ever trust myself again? So now it's not just I don't trust you, it becomes I don't trust my instincts, my judgments, my perception of reality. And slowly, this changes who you are. You become more guarded, more alert, more uncertain. You start questioning things you never questioned before. You didn't just experience betrayal, you became someone different after it. This is why people say, I don't feel like myself anymore. And then there's a fear most people don't say out loud. If I forget too quickly, it may happen again. So you hold back, even when things feel calm, even when your partner is trying. You stop yourself because part of you believes if you let your guard down, you'll get hurt again. That your pain is what's protecting you. You want to feel close again, you really do, but you don't feel safe enough. So you can't let yourself. And then there's the part that stays completely hidden. You don't want to tell anyone because you feel embarrassed. You feel exposed. You think, what will they think of me? Why didn't I see it? Why am I still here? And if you stay, it gets even harder. Because maybe you always believed if this ever happened to me, I would leave, but you didn't. So now it's not just I was betrayed, it becomes did I lose my self-respect by staying? And in a world where people, especially women, have more opportunities than ever, it feels like society judges you if you stay and that you should leave. So then staying can feel even more isolating. So now you're carrying all of it: the pain, the fear, and the shame, all at the same time. And this is where I want to be very clear. Staying is not weakness. Leaving is not always strength. The real question is the relationship becoming safe, accountable, and different? And this is the part no one prepares you for. You can't just decide to feel safe again. Healing doesn't happen all at once. It happens in pieces. The first piece is your anger. That anger that you feel, don't push the anger away. Use it. It starts by listening to it. Because the anger, the rage, the intensity, it's not just about what happened. It's also showing you something about yourself. For many people, this is the first time they're looking at themselves and their own needs and asking, what do I actually need? What have I been ignoring? What have I been accepting that doesn't feel right for me. And that's uncomfortable, but it's also where the strength begins. Your anger is not the problem, it's information. Second, movement. Depression, low self worth, and sadness are emotions which often come up after experiencing betrayal. The instinct is to stay home under the covers and isolate. And yes, you need some time to grieve, but in order to heal, you need movement because your body is holding tension, shock, and stress. Even something simple, walking, exercising, helps regulate what feels overwhelming. Three, connection. You need connection, even if your first instinct is to isolate. There are two types of connections. The first is close friends. Not everyone, but the right people. People who don't rush you, who don't judge you, don't tell you what to do, but can sit with you in it. And you need support because this is not something most people can process alone. Because if you stay alone in it, your mind will keep looping and nothing will actually change. The second type of connection is connecting with a group which does an activity you enjoy. Join a group study or an exercise group, and doing an activity with other people will help you disconnect from the pain and boost your self-worth. The most important part of healing is this. You rebuild your relationship with yourself. You learn to trust your perception again, to listen to yourself without immediately doubting it, to feel grounded again, even when things are uncertain. Because healing is not just about the relationship surviving, it's about you becoming someone who feels solid again, no matter what happens next. Because the truth is, you're not overreacting, you're responding to something that disrupted your sense of safety, your reality, and your sense of self.